Hey, we're going to talk today about how feeling things gets you through your recovery process easier than you think it can. A lot of times, what happens with recovery is we are all trying to mask something. We are all trying to not feel certain emotions, feel certain things that we've pushed down for so long that we don't even know what that is. So a lot of times what happens when these things start to creep up, people don't realize that, hey, especially people, well, really people in addiction and recovery, they don't realize, hey, these are normal things. We are energetic beings. And when you push those down, you are trapping energy in your body, negative energy in your body. You need to release that energy. How do you release the energy? It's easy and it's not easy at the same time. Easy solution to it is feel the energy of what it is. What I would say for you is, let's say, for instance, you are in a state of depression. You don't need to sit there and keep going, I'm depressed, I'm depressed, I know. No, sit there. I am aware that there is a state of depression, and I am in right now what you would call a depressed state, and feel it, be aware of what it feels like. Because here's what happens with depression, with anxiety, with stress, with anger, with resentment, with shame, with guilt. What happens is if you sit with it, and understand that it is part of your human healing process to release it, sit there with it as long as you have to. I don't care if it's 10 minutes or if it's an hour or if it's 2 hours, whatever it may be. Sit with the feeling of it. What is it? How does it feel? Why do I feel this way? And write it down if you have to. Write things down as you're going through it because that'll help you remember this. Because what you're starting to do when you feel it deep down, you are releasing this energy back to the universe, saying, I am done with this feeling for now. I know what it is. I have conquered it for now, and I release it. Then what happens is not only are you creating an awareness of what that feeling feels like, so you don't have to numb it every time it comes because you know it's not that bad. What you're also doing that is you are now creating space for your subconscious, for your mind, whatever you want to say, is now creating space to know what that is and what it feels like, rather than just going, oh, immediately my reaction, my impulse is to push it down with or mask it with the substance. So when you feel it, deeply feel it. And I'm not going to judge you. No one's going to judge you if you then go drink or do drugs. I hope you don't. I trust me, you don't want to, because you know that feeling of just delaying the inevitable anyway. But no one's going to judge you. You may, doesn't make any sense to, but you may judge yourself. But when you just feel it full on, head on, feel it, use your strength, feel it. It will release. And as you continue to do this, the next time will be a little easier. The next time will be easier. The next time will be easier. And then what you're starting to notice is you can deal with every problem, or I don't even like using the word problem, any challenge in your life by just sitting with it. It is not that bad. We are just so used to the impulsiveness of pushing things down because of the fact that we've gone into that space so many times. We are pattern beings, we are energetic pattern beings. And when you've told yourself over and over, I can't deal with this trauma, I can't deal with this pain, I can't deal with this anger, I can't deal with this sadness, I just need to drink, I just need to use drugs. That is what you have told yourself. You have told yourself this story for the last whatever amount of years. And then your brain has just automatically went to like autopilot into that. It's just like when you wake up and go to work and have coffee and have a routine. You've had a routine of not dealing with things. Just sit with it. Call a friend, call a family member, call a sponsor, go to a meeting, do whatever you need to do to make sure you feel it. A lot, I would even recommend feeling it by yourself. But if you're not comfortable with that, like I did it all alone on purpose because I wanted to feel, I wanted to know what the extent of that could be, and it's not that bad. It isn't. I went into a dark time for a while. I'm extremely grateful for that dark time because what it did for me was it brought me into a place of I know what the deepest, darkest part of me can feel. And if I've already conquered that, there's nothing else that can bother me anymore. Nothing. I do not get, yes, you'll have moments of sadness. Yes, you'll have moments of anger. Yes, you'll have happiness. You'll have joy. You'll have kindness. You'll have all these things, all these different emotions and things. But you're not going to sit in perpetuity in that state because that's what happens when you mask it is you mask it, it comes back. You can't deal with it again. You mask it, it comes back harder, then it comes back again harder as you continue to mask it. If you just sit with it, it will go away. And yes, it will hurt a little, but you can get through that. You can feel better about yourself. You can feel better about the process of recovery because recovery is awesome. You can go through all of this with just feeling things. Now, when I also say with feeling things, the one other aspect of this I want you to be aware of is remember to continue to be positive with yourself, even if you relapse or struggle. It is not the end of the world. You are supposed, let's not say supposed to, you are going to struggle through it because you're not used to it. It is just like learning a language. It is just like when you learned the alphabet, you struggled in the beginning because you don't know what you're doing. But when you learn to process emotions and trauma and reactions and things like that, you start to understand that there is a better way to do it than just masking things or just skimming over them. The other cool part about it is you learn more about yourself. You learn more about others. You learn more about the human condition and it starts to bleed into other areas of your life. And what I mean by that is it went from a recovery thing to now my health is off the charts awesome. I used to walk with a hunched over back, overweight, all of these autoimmune diseases and all these things. After I went through my recovery process, I also now went through a health journey of going through, all right, well, I did all that and I felt everything. What does my body feel like? What does my mind feel like? What does my overall health feel like? What does my energy feel like? What do all these different things feel like? And when I sat with them, I learned so much about myself, about others, about the way that we can interact with the world in a better way, the way I can interact with others in a better way. I see myself in a whole new light. I am the best version of me ever by far. And you can be too. It's difficult because you're not used to it. But when you become used to feeling these things, being the best version of yourself and waking up every day as that, you don't have those problems anymore. They are not challenges anymore. They are completely out of your realm because you have shifted those out of your reality, out of your energy field, and you have brought in new energy to be the best version of yourself. Feel things. Start feeling slow if you don't feel comfortable at first. Feel something, maybe don't go into the deepest, darkest recesses at first. Start with maybe, all right, I had a bad day. Why did I have the bad day? Feel that first. All right, I had a bad moment. Why did I have that bad moment? Feel that first. Then go into the day. Then go into something a little deeper. Then go into something a little deeper. Get help if you need it. But trust me, just feel it. I used to mask so many things. And when I just felt them, I no longer feel them. They're not there. And you feel better about life. I'm grateful for my experience. I'm grateful for everything I went through. You will love yourself more than you could ever imagine when that part of this is over. And then you start emanating a new light towards others because you just love yourself so much that now you can give that away for free. It is just something I am now. I don't even have to give anything away. I just am this. Feel things, be aware of your feelings. They will get easier and easier as you go. Please like, share, comment. Let's start sharing some of these things that are easily attainable helpers or assistants. for people in recovery that maybe they don't know this or they don't want to do it. Find this video, share it, and let them know, or go talk to someone. That's fine. Whatever it is you can help with, help them feel things to knock it off their plate. They will note it, they will start to know, and you will start to know how much easier life can be. Do it, practice right now for yourself. Think of something that happened to you today or yesterday or last week. Feel it, understand it, then move on to something harder. Watch how much easier your life gets. All right. Please comment. Let's start interacting with one another. This is your addiction specialist here, your addiction guru, Josh. I am ready to help whenever I can. Love you all.